to front page news.
It's what's trending now.
Ooh, Jesus, I need to listen to some hip hop. I'm sorry. Rick's Smiley Morning Show, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all. We got the one and only Dr. M.J. Collier joining us this morning. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and it is Monday, October 5th, time for your coronavirus update. You know, we have had a lot of things happen in the last 3 to 4 days, and everybody's interest is peaked. We have 744 million cases, a nice round 210,000 deaths from the coronavirus. And as we are all very aware, President Trump has been hospitalized with the coronavirus. His infection is at a moderate stage. And let's review what happens when a person gets infected, Rickey. We're going to remind people. The symptoms start in the back of your throat with a sore throat and a dry cough. The virus migrates down the bronchial tubes. When the virus reaches the lungs, the mucous membranes become inflamed, and this damages the lung sacs. The tissues become swollen or edematous, which causes the lungs to fill with fluid, mucus, and pus. Pneumonia can occur. But more importantly, respiratory function becomes compromised, and the patient can ultimately be placed on a ventilator. In the worst case scenario, a person develops acute respiratory distress syndrome, or ARDS. And unlike a traditional pneumonia, which usually affects one lung, the coronavirus pneumonia infects both lungs, which really puts you under a lot of respiratory stress. So they hospitalized the president. He has required supplemental oxygen treatment. His oxygen saturation dropped down below 95, and so that's when they had to give him the oxygen. That really lets you know the seriousness of the infection when he was admitted to the hospital. His current treatment includes, guess what, zinc and vitamin D. Also, they gave him an antibody cocktail that you heard about on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show 3 months ago. This was developed by the biotech company Regeneron. And what it is, Rickey, is synthetic antibodies. Now, normally you've heard about convalescent antibody therapy. That's where somebody has had the disease, you take their blood, you take the antibodies from their blood, and then you inject them. Well, this is different. This is synthetic antibodies that have been created in the lab, and they are particularly targeted to the coronavirus. So COVID-19 is attacked immediately, and you have basically instant immunity, and your body's immune system is not fighting it. The medication is fighting it. So that's the difference in convalescent antibodies, the Regeneron antibody cocktail, and the antibodies that you get when you get a vaccine. Because you get the vaccine injection today, it may be 4, 6, or 8 weeks before your body has produced enough antibodies to give you protection. So that's why they gave him that, but that also gives you some idea as to the seriousness and the level of his infection, because, you know, that it's not experimental at this point. They've had the study going on for a while. But again, it's not approved by the FDA, and the fact that they gave him that, they also gave him dexamethasone, the steroid that we've been talking about, and they also gave him the failed Ebola virus medication, the remdesivir. And the remdesivir has to be given over a 5-day period in an IV. So he has to get that IV. It's infused over about an hour. And then, so he has to get that for 5 days.
Why the hell he getting that in here?
For 2 or 3.
Why he getting that in here in a parade yesterday?
Man, you know, and the thing is that the agents that were in the parade car with him, because they could not be socially distanced, now they have to go into quarantine for 14 days because they have been exposed, and he's at his highest level of infectivity. So that was just, strange, and a lot of the strange things that happened coming out of the White House, that made, no scientific sense, but they did it, and now, it did put other people at risk once again.
Hold that thought, Dr. Collier. Dr. M.J. Collier coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.